Today is the last video in my beginners workout series, and I want to start off by talking about two very important concepts. Firstly, for all you ladies, tricep workouts like this won't give you big arms, don't worry. Instead, it'll help in toning your arms, so keep watching. And for all the dudes out there, tricep workouts are way more important than bicep workouts if you want big chiseled arms. That's primarily because triceps constitute 2/3 of your arms, whereas biceps only constitute 1/3. So whether you want toned arms as a girl or you want big and chiseled arms as a guy, today's video is for you. Now this series and this video is meant purely for beginners. So as a beginner, you don't really need to know the anatomy of a tricep, but you do need to know the functionality. So what's a tricep used for? So you need to know primarily, triceps are used to extend your arm. It's used to push things away from your body. So first, let's talk about the basic bench tricep dip. Now this is a free body tricep exercise, but I feel this is even more effective in building tricep mass than most exercises that use equipment. So let's talk about the form a little bit. You just need a bench or a surface like this. So you can even do this at the edge of your bed. So you start this exercise by placing your hands behind you on a solid surface and keeping your legs in front of you, just how I've done here. Now while doing tricep dips, you look to your side. You look for a mirror to your side and look at the side profile of your form. Ideally, the back of your t-shirt should graze against the bench or the surface that you're doing the dips on. That's how you know you're doing it correct. So if you're finding this variation a little too easy, you can increase the resistance by placing a weight on your lap like I've done here. Moving on to the standing tricep pushdown or the tricep extension. Now this is my personal favorite because I just think it's really fun to do. Okay, but let's talk about the form. You start by standing next to one side of a cable crossover machine like this, and you bend a little bit towards the front. So you do about a 20 or 30 degree bend at your hip. You look in the mirror for reference, and that's when you'll pull the bar down. Now the precaution in this movement, as with any tricep exercise, is that your wrist shouldn't rotate. So you see what I'm doing here? My wrist is super solid. When you rotate your wrist, when you're pushing it and your wrist is rotating throughout, what's happening is that you're reducing the range of motion. So it's effectively cheating, which is making the whole movement much easier for you. So you keep your wrist solid, and the second precaution you take is your upper arm should be solid. So from your shoulder to your elbow, it shouldn't move, it shouldn't swing with the movement. In fact, it should be solid and it should just be pushing in one solid motion. So along with the bend, these are the only three precautions you need to keep in mind with respect to this movement. And finally, moving on to the standing skull crusher or the French press. Now this is another super important exercise for triceps, and you should make sure it's a part of your routine. Any exercise that involves pushing something from behind your head actually works different parts of the tricep than pushing something in front of you. So make sure something like this is a part of your routine. So let's talk about the movement again. Again, as always, the two precautions you need to take are a solid wrist and a solid upper arm. As you can see here, I've got really solid wrists and a really solid elbow. The only part of my body that's gonna move is my elbow joint. The rest of my arm, right from my wrist to my elbow and from my elbow to my upper shoulder, are completely solid. Nothing else in your body should move. The rest of your body should be solid. Keep that in mind. Hey guys, so that was the video for today, and it was the last video in my beginners workout series. So if you haven't checked out the other videos, make sure you do by clicking on that box or that card up there. It'll link you to the entire playlist with all the workout videos for beginners. So if you liked today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and remember to subscribe to BeerBiceps. If you want to follow my personal fitness journey, you can follow me on Instagram at BeerBiceps, on Twitter at BeerBiceps93, and my Snapchat ID is ranveer.1693. That's my Facebook page, so make sure you give that a like as well. So until next time guys, from the BeerBiceps workout series, see you.